Hey,
Good evening.
what the hell's happening here?
Good God, Gary, what's
Oh,
going on, son?
I know. I messed something up. Would you believe it?
Oh, no,
There we are.
you can't make it up here, can you? Do. How's things going, boy?
There we are. That's better, isn't it? Everything's you okay?
Yes, all right, Mark. All right, very good. We got a few things tonight. Oh, good evening,
Yeah.
Margaret. How are you? We got
Yeah, can you-
what we got today. We got our the lottery scratch cards.
Yeah.
Hey, are they?
Could it-
They not? They not? No, they not like the last ones. No, they were
Yeah.
bit harder to win probably, right? But it's £10,000 top prize,
10,000
right?
quid.
£10,000, and not only that, right? They made of they, they made of Christmas crackers, right?
Aye.
And they've even got a triple a box on them.
Oh,
Now then.
that's good, isn't it?
Yes, certainly it
Good
is.
God. Hey, Carol, good gosh, she's coming in from North Wales, look. Oh, well, not North Wales, but she's...
So I think Keisha coming in then when I was talking about the scratch cards. How are you, lovely?
How are you two still dressed as
fantastic.
well? Look, he's got good jokes, only fair play to him.
Fair play to him. Yeah.
And Kylos is in.
Yeah, I will go into that on you a minute, Kyle. That was but for friends. I was, mate. That's all. No worries. Thank you very much, Sean.
And Fion's in.
Hello, Fee. How are you?
Nice to see Carol. She's a friend of mine on
Oh,
Facebook.
lovely. Yes,
Instagram, you know.
She's
you're doing well.
Instagram.
No, well, she may be. She was a hairdresser, but she can't do that anymore, can she?
Oh, right.
Or can they? I don't know.
So she turned into a strippergram, you said?
I think she have, yeah. Not bad body on her mind. Fair play to her.
Well, he won't wear. No, I know what, John, but it wasn't. It was closer than they said it would be. To be fair, mind, because everyone was saying it would be a landslide, but it wasn't a landslide, really. For Biden, was it? No,
really close.
If now Biden wins, if Biden wins every other seat, he'll have the same amount of seats as Trump had in 2016. I don't think he'll win every one, you know. Yeah. But I don't think Trump is doing himself any favors now, is he?
No, he's digging a hole now, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly there. What John said, right? Me and John both played rugby. He's a great rugby player, John Bamsey, right? He was brilliant, John was. But I remember a coach telling me, right? You've got to be gracious in victory and defeat. You got to, when you smash somebody, right? You don't be jumping in their faces, this and that, right? But also, when you defeat, you shake your hand and well done, mate. You played really well. So you go. That's a lesson we were taught. There is always a winner and a loser.
Yeah,
you've got to be gracious in it, you know.
Yeah, he thought he was going to win, didn't he? And you know, another 4 years of whatever he's been trying to do.
But what is scary, right? Now, and it's dumbfounded me that Trump is still in power and he can do anything he wants to up until January.
Good God, it's mad, isn't it?
Like in our country now, let's say the election was on a Thursday night. Friday morning, the person who won will be going into Downing Street.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, but now Trump now, right? He really does have to. He's got all the power to do anything he likes now, right up until January. He can start a war if he wants to, huh?
Yeah, scary, isn't it?
Very. But there we are.
Scary. So, what type of week you've had, John?
Well, I tell you the truth, right? I've had to sort of get myself a little bit motivated there, because this rain we were having, and we were on lockdown. It was horrible, right?
Yeah.
But then we had a nice little break with we're having a nice little break with the weather now, and so I started to do a good few things. But I had a good day yesterday and everything like that. So you take it day by day. But what big people, don't let anything get you down. And more, the thing is, right? Whatever they tell us, we gotta do it. That's been a case since day one with everything. You're told what time to get up in the morning. You're told what time you've got to go into work by. You're told to do everything in your life.
Yeah.
And this is no exception. You just do it. And what will make you ill is if you worry about doing what they tell you to do.
Mm.
In my view, this is in my view now, right?
Yeah.
So if you just go along with it and just say, right, because I gotta do it anyway, let's do it happily, and then to me you're halfway there.
Yeah,
but
I think you're right. Yeah.
It's going to be a long old road, but it's good news with this furlough thing being all over Great Britain. But I can see the next things being done will be done within the 4 nations,
Yeah,
but
maybe together, because Boris Johnson got the power only to just command Great Britain.
Yeah, he's not the Prime Minister of England, mind. He's the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. So he can say, right, we're all on lockdown, and we go all go a lower what it is, right? What's it called? And he's not an MP. What is he? Member, Welsh Assembly top man or whatever. That fella, he got the power to go into a lockdown, right? But he haven't got the power to come out of the British one. If Boris Johnson says it's British, we all out. He haven't got the power to come out then,
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody does. Hello, Hillbilly.
Nice to see Hillbilly from America.
Yeah.
Well, she likes Drakeford.
Well, I think that he's taken these decisions strongly, decisively, and I don't know.
He's had to stand up and be counted, haven't he?
Well, but he has. See, the thing is, right? People say he's dippy, but that's the way he speaks. To me, right? I remember having, I was brought up Catholic, right? I had a Catholic priest that spoke exactly like him. And that's what when he's up there, it sounds to me as if he's up there on a lectern reading like a psalm or something, right? The way his voice is. Yeah. But don't let that fool you. He is taken some monumental decisions up there to take. Wales was the first one to go in total lockdown second time.
Yeah.
And that takes some courage to get up there and do that, And exactly. Then he's told Boris, hey, they're not coming over here. You've sorted that out. Mind to stop the English coming here for days out. But I will say that, mind, when Wales went into lockdowns and Wales carried on the lockdown further in England, didn't they? England came out first, right? Now, I know from Port Talbot, we had boys from Port Talbot going in minibuses, going up for drinks up in Bristol. But how desperate you got to be for that, mind? I don't know. But that's what they were doing. And But he have told Bobby, we're stopping that. So any English people now think they're going to come over here and have a drink and things like that. He sends them straight back, and rightly so.
Yeah, I think it should be.
You know, yeah.
Sonia's in as well.
Oh, Sonia.
Hillbilly's just saying now that 207% voter turnout. 170 voted. Yeah, it's been shocking, isn't it? I suppose they'll have to examine what's happening over there with all these votes and everything, won't they?
Like we haven't got. Thing is, see, Gary, we are only being told what our news wants us to know.
Yeah.
Like Hillbilly there is in amongst it. He knows what's happening. The first time we ever heard of that.
Yeah.
Was by the sounds of it, there's more votes being cast than there's people in America.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what Hillbilly saying. But see, all we are hearing is about Trump moaning all the time, and Biden is got the most votes any president have ever had in his life.
Yeah.
Now, why would that be? You know what I mean? You've had the most votes any president has had in the history of America.
Yeah.
He's not that special, is he?
I don't think so. I think he's I can't make an opinion of him because you don't do anything of him. You don't say anything to him.
No. So, well, now it's making me think, because Hillbilly's over there, we only get to hear what they want us to hear. And then all of a sudden, they say this turnout has been, 207% turnout, he said. Well, that's crazy, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
And I know if we phone these radio stations up in Great Britain, whatever, the talk shows and that, and say to them, they chuck us off the air. They say that's rubbish. What you living in cuckoo land?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think they probably do want Trump out, but they got to do fairly, haven't they? You know.
Yeah. No, if you want unfairly, I don't think that he's going to. I don't think he's going to take it laying down, is he?
No, he's not. I think he's going to spit the dummy out, isn't he? He's going to play hell, especially, rightly so, if the turnout's 207%. There's something wrong there, isn't there?
Oh, ridiculously.
One thing is, see, if it's as close as what it looks, then there may be a lot of votes that shouldn't be there, shouldn't be in the system. So you might find.
Thing is, right? They were talking 2 days ago, and I remember it now, right? They were talking 2 days ago. Was it Pennsylvania? I think it was, right? They were talking that Trump was so far ahead. If Biden had every other vote counted, he still couldn't get in. But now he's got about 100,000 votes more than Trump in Philadelphia. Yeah.
Good gosh.
Yeah, I remember him saying this, right? That if Trump was so far ahead, if that Biden wanted it, where they couldn't win. That's what they were saying. He couldn't win the state, and now he's won it.
Yeah. A resource was ramping up, is it?
This is what he was off about all them months ago, like.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of army there. I think there's still lots of armies over there, isn't there? In different parts of the USA.
Yeah.
And I know Hillbilly's got his army.
Yeah.
Just hope they don't.
Yeah, just hope you stay safe, us all, and your family, Hillbilly, us all, mate.
Right then, John. Are you going to do a scratch card, John?
Right, let's do one now. We won't do loads like we did last time. We'll do one in a minute, right? So we'll do one now.
Yeah.
It's your turn to ask a question, guy. But we need to see
I don't know any questions.
You need to see. Eh?
I am prepared.
You got some. No, I know you weren't prepared any, but you must know some. I didn't prepare last week.
All right.
You need to think of some. I can think of one now.
Here's one. What was the highest mountain?
Wait now.
All right.
Can you get the comments on the air now, so we can see where the first one is?
Hold on now then.
Well, as long as you can see, that's all right. It's just I can't see it, that's all.
I know. Hold on, I'll put it on for you now in a minute. I got to fiddle about with it.
Yeah, so as Gary's doing that, right, show you the cards we got. £100,000, the Christmas crackers, and the rule's going to be, one of us are going to read a question out. The very first correct answer that comes up on the screen, we'll get to rub this out. Before you do it, you'll pick a number between 1 to 5, which is the amount of scratch cards there. And here they are. So they're going to stay like this. So if you pick number 3, you're going to go 1, 2, 3 like that, right? So it's all going to be fair and above board. And that's how we're going to do it. Right, so that's lovely.
All right, John?
Yep, here we go. Sonia, she's guessing already. Right, do you know what question got?
She knows the answer, man.
Wait a minute now. How did she know that? You haven't said nothing. Huh?
She knows me. You'll have to ask him.
Right.
I'll
have to answer now. Let me think quickly of one. Name me one archangel that's mentioned in the Bible. There are 4 of them, by the way. There were Uzat, St. Michael, Sonia. Sonia is correct with Michael. St. Michael the Archangel is the warrior, Gary. He's the one you'll see with the sword. Right? So what number, Sonia, would you like to have? Come on, Sonia. Number 2. Right. There's 1. This is number 2. So I got to scratch off these. Got to scratch off these Christmas crackers. And if we get 3 matching, we'll win. I'll read what you've got, Sonia, right? £9. £30. Right. First, before we finish, Gary, what's the rule with the prize money?
Anything below £50 is retained by the house. Anything over £50 is halfway split with the winner.
Right. Okay. £9, £30, £6, £100, £60, £30. You got 2 30s, Sonia. £100. Oh my lord, you got 200s and 230s.
Can you show them up to the camera, John?
Yeah, a minute. I haven't scratched it all yet, look, but that's what she got. Okay. No, not yet. £20. And oh, where are you? Right, unlucky Sonia, no winner there.
Oh, it's a bummer, isn't it?
Yeah. £9, £30, £6, £30, £60, £100, £100, £20, £10. Oh well, unlucky.
Anyway, a bit of news, is it? A bit of
yes.
Funny news. Let's have a look a minute, yeah. Right, you like fishing, don't you? A roofer.
I used to love it.
Yeah, a roofer caught the biggest ever carp, but he may not claim the record over a backlash. People have been phoning him up and telling him, if you claim the record, you're dead. It's a thing, isn't it? And it's a 75-pound, 2-ounce carp. This is the biggest one that's ever been caught in the UK.
Good God.
But if he announces it's the winner, then he's been threatened with somebody taking his life. It's shocking, isn't it?
Oh, that is terrible. It is, right? That's a good carp, a mirror carp. That is very, very good fish. It is. But yes, but I was telling you, it was my friend had a Welsh record, right? Weighed it, everything, and I had a British record actually, right? But what we got, we weighed them. Is that we'd happened with the both of them, so I might as well tell you what they both the same stories. To claim a record, right, you got to kill it, and you got to take what do you call them? Like scales from it, give it to the British fish people, and they then can confirm or not if it's a British record. And neither of us wanted to kill the fish. Basically, you could eat it, right? But they were like a small fish because they were a small fish because they were like that's the species they were. But one was a British record, one was a Welsh record, and yeah, they wouldn't accept it. Right? We took photos and everything, but they wouldn't accept it. Alice Shadman was.
Good God, it's a funny name.
Just remember, no, yeah, it's a member of the Herring family. Mine was very, so it was only that big. It was, but his was a golden grey mullet. And not very nice eating fish, so we just put it back, and we won the. But that's wrong, I think, that you got to kill the fish,
Yeah, that golden grey mullet. That's a haircut up in North Wales.
Yeah. Because you have colouring with that, then, see,
Is it?
like a gold tint to it. It is.
Right, golden grey mullet. There's definitely a haircut in North Wales. Sonny knows. So anyway, another little bit of news then. A lorry driver, look, has been caught and fined £500 for playing solitaire on a laptop next door to his steering wheel. Polish driver. How ridiculous is that, isn't it?
For £500, is it?
Yeah. Driving a lorry and playing roulette as well, or whatever, it's solitaire on a laptop. Bonkers, man. So easy to kill somebody, isn't it?
What they want to find out, see, with people like that, right? What do you want to? Where they going, mate? Where was you taking your load? And if he says, "Come on," then say, "Right, what your punishment is, right? Is get down from a truck, right? Let's say he's in Cardiff, right? When he got stopped, right? Is make him walk to Carmarthen, and every step of the way, somebody kicked him in the bollocks.
Well, thank God you're not president. Hey, thank God you're not president.
Yeah, well, that would sort it out, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would sort it out, aye. Good God. Flippin' out. Sonny Rector's multitasking.
Yeah, well, multitasking. But it's wrong, to be fair, innit? But you still see people driving holding their phones to the earth, man, when there is no need of it, you know?
Yeah. Play on hands-free, can you?
Yeah. I know it doesn't cost a lot. The very cheapest thing you can do is get earphones from your phone going into your ears. And even that's okay to do it. But for some reason, they won't do it.
And some of them are texting while driving.
Oh, I know. There you are. Texting when they drive in. There you are. Well, you know, what can't wait, you know?
Exactly. Anyway, another bit of news.
You got to read what Johnny Love just wrote.
Oh no. I can't see it yet.
Oh, brilliant. I can see it. You'd have to put steel toe caps on, Johnny. Is it illegal to have earphones? Is it?
Yes. Yeah, you got to hear the road, haven't you?
Why? Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Johnny loved it. Right, and this last bit of news. A teen, aged 19, has been learning to use cutlery after living on chicken nuggets for 15 years. But look how thin she is. I think I'll get on him tomorrow. Blinking heck.
Yeah. The thing is, Gary, right? You've been probably on him for 15 years, but you've been also having bread and steak and potatoes and pop and everything else with it, so you've new. To be honest.
I don't drink pop.
So what she's saying, Brian, right, if she has chicken nuggets and chips in the house, she don't use a fork at all.
No.
Never use a fork.
Stuffs them in.
Well. So you could say that her mother must have been good growing up, hasn't it? She left chicken nuggets. 3 minutes later, she's back. Well, that's him. Sorted out. Yeah. What do you do like that? I bet she uses a deep fat fryer for everything and all.
Yeah. And keep the same fat for weeks and weeks.
Oh, no, for 15 years probably, guy.
Yeah. That's how they used to do it years ago, didn't they? They used to have the chip pan, and they keep the oil in there for you until all the gritty bits on the side would gather.
Yes, man.
And then then
they used to spread that and see on the sandwich and say it's a relish of some kind.
It's lovely, man. Good for the skin.
Yeah. It is good for the skin. I know I got a story of this oil, right? My mother telling me, right? My eldest brother, Brian, he's 10 years older than me now, as you said. But he went out on a pop this one day on a drink, see? And he came back home, rather the worse for wear. He went upstairs, woke up in the middle of the night, and he was dying for a drink, right? So my mother always had pop, right?
Yeah.
So he couldn't find no pop now, right? Anyway, but he looked at this big thing, and he looked at it, and he's saying after, so it looked like squash because it won water, but it was diluted squash because the squash, it was too light for it to be. So he took massive glugs out of it now, and he went to bed. He drank loads of it. He was only cooking oil. Oh,
no, that.
Yeah. Oh. He must have been bad for days after that.
I bet he had the shits after that.
Yeah, well.
Oh, God.
Yeah, oh. But then that's ridiculous for chicken nuggets, mind. You know, for 15 years.
I know.
But that, I bet you that really couldn't have done any good whatsoever, you know.
She's looking awful thin. Let's have a look at her skin in a minute.
Yeah. See, she don't look too healthy to me, see?
No. She bit too thin.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, thing is, right, but she lays 3 eggs a day. I'm going to pour myself a drink here, everybody excuse me.
Not on the whiskey again, John?
Yeah.
Cool.
Only on a Sunday. Whiskey on a Sunday.
Well, I was at the co-op earlier, and I had a misfortune this week to trip over and bend my thumb all the way back to my wrist. It didn't snap, but it dislocated it. And I had to go to hospital and have it put back in, and basically they tell you look the other way. And they grab.
Is that a technical term, is it?
Well, I don't know what the technical term for it. If bloody
re-put back in.
Re-put back in. Right,
I got it. How do you do it though?
I fell on my thumb. I had my mobile phone in my left hand, and I tripped over and landed on my thumb, and it went all the way back. I
would have paid money to see that.
Oh, you should have heard what I said. I said to myself out loud, "Oh, that was unfortunate. That was very words to that effect." But it killed.
So go ahead.
Right, so
tell us how they done it now.
Right, they had to go to A&E, right? And they said, right, the only way to do it is we'll have to put it back in for you, Mr. Owen. I thought, well, that shouldn't be too hard, because my hand is still swollen, right? Compared to that one. But it was up like a balloon, and I couldn't move it. So he said, right, we're going to give you, you've got to have 2 mouthfuls of this gas and air, right? Look the other way, and I'll just gently put it back in. Well, I looked the other way, and he yanked my arm, and I can't say what I said, but if I'd caught the doctor, I would have leathered him. It bloody killed. Oh. So it's back in, but it's still killing, There we are.
Yeah. Oh, they do it for days. That will horrible. That's horrible injury. It is. You must have landed right on top of your thumbs, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. But luckily, I didn't break it.
So you was on new phones. You reading a text or something?
No, I had my phone. Somebody knocked the door. Right. The dog ran out because the dog was here.
Oh, I thought he was down with a co-op. You said.
No, not when I done that.
Oh, right.
Keep up, John.
Right. All right, man. I thought you said you was done a co-op, didn't I?
No, I was down by you. In the house by you.
Right. Should we do we got time for another scratch card game?
I think so.
Right. So, the next question is excluding the hip bone. From the hip bone down, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bones in your leg and all the bones in your foot, right? So I just like somebody to name me 1 bone in that area from the bottom of your hip right down to your toe. But the medical name, not the toe or something like that. See? The medical name for it.
Anybody know?
Loads of people should know it. I'll do hillbilly. Tibia.
Tibia.
Good Shalom. Yeah, tibia is right. That's a shin bone. Shalom was right with patella, but she was just behind hillbilly. Danielle, tibia, too late. There is the femur, metatarsal distretch Williams. Yeah, that's your toes. No, your phalanges are the toes, the metatarsal in front of it. So you've got your femur, your patella, your tibia, your fibula, your tarsals, your metatarsals, and your phalanges. Right? So, hillbilly, you want 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Number 4, he wants.
4. Right, it's 1, 2, 3. There it is, hillbilly. Number 4. see which one it is. It's not scratched off yet, as you can see. Right then. Just do it quick. I won't tell you what you got here until it's all scribbled off, right?
Tensions building.
Oh, but I have got to tell you this, right? We've got 4 to rub out, and he's got 2 10,000s.
Oh.
Oh, that. So, nothing again.
Nothing again, is it?
No, yeah, we got 2 60s, 2 30s, 2 10,000s, and 100 and the 60. Never mind. It'll be unlucky. So, right. Yeah, indeed. So, going back, Gary, to that, I knew I had something to talk about to that fish. Did you know, right? There's world records, British records, everything for all kinds of fish, for every species of fish, right?
Yeah.
You know, the shore caught. Now, when you have a shore caught, means you're standing on a beach or you're standing on rocks, right? Or you're on a pier, right? So the shore caught record for a cod, right, is I think that is something like 67 pounds, right?
Yeah.
The boat caught record by a rod and reel, right, is 120 pounds, right? That's massive fish. But do you know, right, the heaviest cod that's ever been caught off a boat, and it was caught by a trawler in the nets out in Iceland, was over 200 pounds in weight.
Good God.
You'd have to have a field of potatoes for that, yeah?
You'd have to, and a bucket full of salt and vinegar.
Whoa, imagine that. Yeah, over 200 pounds. But I don't know if we got any fishermen here with the sea. But I've been lucky enough to catch some cod, right? But you know, when you open them up, that it is the worst smell in the whole world. Now, it for some reason it didn't put me off cod, but I know it's taken some people. It really has put them off. You know, you obviously from its anus right up to his throat, you open it up there with a knife, right, and it all comes out, and it is, oh my golly, the smell is something else. It's you want. Oh my God, it's horrible.
Why is that?
It's all the crap they eat. See.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyway, that's a big old cod. That is.
Flipping heck! I can't stand.
Was it? You can't stand it, you know, cod. Oh, it's lovely, man.
Can't stand fish.
Was that a Saya you heard off you, Wenger?
Yeah. Oh. He's back to his old jokes.
Just great to have him back, guy. Nice. It's great to have him back. Yeah. You know, I'm reading. We still haven't got hold of Phil, my brother, not to come on with you, but I'm reading a great UFO book, right?
Yeah.
And I bet none of the readers here. I bet you've got probably the ones in America and Australia and England even. They got their own stories, but I bet our viewers here didn't know we had a real UFO phenomena just down the road from us in 1977. It was, right.
Yeah.
But it is an amazing case, and I tell you what, I advise, not advise you. I'd like you to look it up on the internet. There, right? It's a fascinating story. Like the whole school of school children saw the UFOs. All the community saw them, but also there was an American base there. And they don't know, was it secret planes or whatever. But anyway, make your own mind up. It's called, have a look for the Haven, I think it's the Haven Triangle. And it's all Milford Haven, Broadhaven, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Down there. And it's 1977, and it's like our Roswell end, if you want. That's how it was being described to me at one time, because it went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, John Bamsley lent me the book for me to read it, though I'm about, I would say, 3/4 of the way through it now, because this fellow who wrote it, he wrote it with a bit of fiction in it as well, you know. It's a brilliant read. But what I done halfway through the book, I thought, I wonder, how far off he is. And I looked it up on the internet myself, and it's amazingly, it's very close to the book. You know what things are happening. It's so high that it was talked about in the British government.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, I'll
so
let
Milford Haven.
I'll let you into a secret now, right? The internet, right, is run through a pipe, right? For us to join to Germany, France, wherever, it all goes down a pipe, right? It's not satellites anywhere, right? All goes down a thing called a data pipe. The data pipe hits land in Milford Haven, right?
Oh, right, aye.
It goes from there along the seabed to France, America, Germany, Russia, wherever he wants to go, wherever they take it. And they got a massive ship, and they got a big, huge reel, and as they go along, it unreels and goes onto the seabed. So that would be something that, if you were an alien, they would like to get to sort of look at, perhaps. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. But they could have got one of them to go up to Blaenguinriga. They forgot about it, they had.
The thing that stopped it was roadworks. There was roadworks, and they couldn't get any further. So they were knackered, really. So yeah, carry on.
What I'm laughing at is our Johnny again.
If a fish breaks its arm, do you know who fixes it? A sturgeon. His jokes.
Right then, as it's coming up to 21:45, we've got 3 tickets left. Next question.
Go on now.
Right?
Yeah.
If now then, what, I don't know if people will get this one, see? Right, let's just try it anyway. What was the largest living thing that's ever lived? No, that's wrong. What is the largest animal that's ever lived? Including the dinosaurs, this is, by the way. And I will give you another clue. No, I've changed it to animal now, Hillbilly. It is a plant, actually, the largest thing. You're quite right. I've changed it to animal. But this thing still lives today.
Oh, I know what it is.
Animal. Margaret Dunley is the winner with Blue Whale.
Yay.
Well done, Margaret. Now, Margaret, I want you to pick number 1, 2, or 3, please. Yeah, well, you could argue that, I suppose, Billy, but yeah, I suppose you could, but we sticking with Margaret's with the blue whale. Margaret number 1. Right, there it is. Right, empty, it's full. Sorry, that's full. Right, let's go. We got 2 10,000s again, Margaret. Got 2 30s, 2 10,000s. Oh, nothing again.
Nothing again's a bummer, isn't it? Never mind.
Carry on winners, see, last time. Do. Yeah, I think technically Ilbilly you were right, but I hope you'll take it as it meant to be. I do think it. No, Daniel, the answer was blue whale.
Hey,
so, never
John,
mind. At least you got what?
Do you know the sperm whale? Have you seen it? Have you seen their face? They like it.
No. Hey.
Oh, the girls will understand. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yes, right. So we got 2 more to do now, and we were going right. I will do. Let's do 1 more now, and we'll get it there. We'll do a nice, easy one, right?
I do.
What is the last bank holiday of the year? What date? Both wrong there. Hillbilly, I apologize for this. Now, we have bank holidays in Britain, so you probably wouldn't know. First, come on now, Johnny Lovejet and Margaret Dinley. I'll be the first one of the year, wouldn't it? And Sean Perkins is right with Boxing Day. Johnny, give your head a wobble, mate. New Year's Day. That's the first one. Do. Right, Sean Perkins. Pick number 1 or number 2. One. Right, got number 1 here. I'm just showing you now. Right, I'm showing you that it's all full. Haven't been scratched. So we do it now. We haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if we know the rules, right? Anything under £50 goes into the pot. Anything over, you get an exact share of this, what's on the card. 2 10,000s again, and 2 20s. Now, that's 4 non-winners we got, right? So the last one got to be a winner, right?
Hopefully, innit?
You would have thought so. If not, I'm taking them all back.
Yeah, take them and say they don't work.
Yeah. I went in there the other day, right? I asked for a very lucky dip. And they weren't very lucky at all. So, you know what? They sold it to me on Phelps. News to me on any dairy. Oh, I wouldn't mind putting a bet on that with you, Kyle. 26th of December is always a bank holiday, as is the 25th.
Yeah.
Right? So, pointless arguing with that one, mate. I think you're onto a loser there. Anyway, so we got a couple of minutes to go now before we go into the ghost stories for tonight. We got 3 ghost stories tonight. We got one little one. We got one little one. Just to show you the ones we've had. I've had quite a few in like this, you know. That you know, and I'm thinking, you know, they too small. They so small to read. But if I have maybe one long one, I could use 3 of these or something, you know, just to let you know that there are people out there. Gary, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I really need to leave the room a minute.
Okay, no worries.
I won't be long, right? Won't be long.
There we are. Back to King Kong Bear. So yes, my thumb is killing. That's so stupid, isn't it? Tripped over, went flying, straight at my thumb. So I got loads of stuff to do around the house, but I can't do it at the moment because my thumb's killing me still. So I have been nagged by a certain person. I won't name anybody, but somebody's been nagging me to death and saying, "Come and do this. Can you do that? Can you put some scaffolding up? Can you do that?" If you had what I got, you wouldn't be able to do it, right? But they still nag. I don't know why, but there we are. That's nice jumper. Yeah, thank you very much. It is a nice jumper. It's one of them jumpers that could it looks like a shirt, but it's attached to the jumper. You know what I mean? It's sewn in. So, just look at this girl again now. For those that missed it. This girl's been eating chicken nuggets for 15 years. But look how thin she is. I got to get on chicken nuggets. I'm going down there, get some chicken nuggets tomorrow, or maybe Sunday. I'm going to get a big bucket full. Look how thin she's gone. Well, she's only just started using cutlery. So she must have been eating them with her fingers, haven't they? They come out really hot, don't they? So I think she looks very thin. The skin doesn't look too bad, but you can't really see. It's probably full of potholes from the grease. And I would have thought her hair would be dropping out. But maybe not. Maybe it does good for you. But, you know, if you've ever seen chicken nuggets being made, they get the little day-old chicks and put it through a mincer. And they squish them. And they squish them into a pulp. And then they make it into chicken nuggets. You can see it on the internet. It's terrible. So John's come back, I think. There we are.
Yes, yeah. Right. They're not toilet breaks or nothing like that. We're doing it now. Right. right? So the 27th of August would be the last bank holiday for us taxi drivers. No, Kyle. Everybody has a bank holiday on the 25th and 26th of December. It's national. It's not just for taxi drivers.
Yeah.
You are.
Just for taxi drivers.
Yeah.
Right, so we got one last one, have we, John?
We got one last one, and I just got to say, I don't need to run to the toilet. I got to stretch about a bit there, right? Because I do hurt a bit, to tell you the truth.
Oh yeah, well, you got to do it.
Yeah. Right, that's classed as Christmas holidays too. Have a look on the diary, Kyle. That's all I'll say, mate. You are okay. It's unless, of course, I don't mind you being right, mate. So, right. The last question is going to be, so you will look. If you haven't got one with you, we have to rush and have a look, unless you know it, or use the internet quickly. Whose portrait is on the back of the new £5 note, UK? Sorry, Hillbilly. Patsy is right. I'm on all my £5 notes. I make them here.
I don't know. Jane Austen?
No, it's not Jane Austen. Obviously, Danielle, I'm going to fiver.
Oh, well, she's got your favours. Bono?
She should. No.
Who is it then?
I can't tell you, can I?
No.
I thought you would have looked it up. Alexa would have told you by now.
Ah! Oh. I know.
Margaret Dunley, quite right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Newton was on the old one, Patsy.
Yeah.
And Winston Churchill is the answer.
Here we are.
Right, Margaret again. Pick a number from 1 to 1. Hey. Right, you can see it. I haven't opened that, Margaret. Right, here we go. I'm going down the co-op in the morning. That's terrible.
Nothing on there again, is it?
5 duds we had. Unlucky, Margaret. 5 duds.
Oh, it's not good, is it? Fingers crossed for next week, anyway, innit?
Yeah, we'll have a little go next week again now. But it's added bonus. It's a bit of fun, and it don't cost you nothing, does it?
Exactly.
What you could do though, just press that the like button, and if you're not subscribed, press the subscribe button. That'll be payment enough for this little game of the year, scratch cards.
Yeah.
Okay then, I'm ready to do the ghost stories, guys. Good evening. Today I've got 3 stories for you. Like I said earlier, one of the stories are very short, just to give you an idea, a flavour of what I do get sent, and I hardly ever read out. So what I think I might be doing in the future is even using just one long one, or one longish one, and I can use up to 5 real small ones, you know. So that we just have a little flavour of what people are going through. So anyway, the first one I got was sent in, and it's called Bovey, or Bovey, I'm going to call it, right? Bovey Castle. There is nothing quite like flickering candles to light to stir the imagination. As a child, I had to make the terrifying journey from the living room, down the dark and echoing passageway, and up the stairs to bed, like so many other young people in those days, guided only by my little stub of a candle stuck to an old saucer. I tried to be brave, but fear of what could be out there in the darkness was a real fear, irrational, silly, but that fear has never left me. I had purchased my first house near Llantwit Major in South Wales. It was a converted farm building, from a farm building into a cottage, and it was great for my needs as an artist. I look out of the window across the green fields towards the old aerodrome of Landau, a World War II aerodrome for training and bombing runs over France. I paint landscapes, and on a sunny evening capture God's glory on canvas. I found an old castle on the map, and it was just a mile up the road. It was called Boverton Castle, and one evening decided to go and take some photos and see the lay of the land to paint the castle at some stage. When I got to the castle, there wasn't much of it left, just a lot of rocks covered with ivy. I set up my camera and sat down and looked towards the castle. By this time, the sun had gone down, and it took on much different feeling. I clicked my camera and marked my sketchbook with a pencil with an outline and some windows, and drew in some detail that was missing, like a wooden door and some window panes. Then I sat off back home, as it was getting too dark to do anything. I got home and I had a cuppa, and I looked at my photos on my PC. They were great, and so I printed some off. Then decided to look at my drawings, and straight away seen something strange at the window. There was a face looking out of the top window, but I had not penciled in a face. Who could it be? A chill ran up my back and the hair stood up on my neck. I started looking through local history and found when Boverton Castle was being renovated and eventually destroyed in the late 19th century. Workmen claimed to have seen the spectral shape of a woman dressed completely in black wandering around the ruins. She had long black hair, just as Hadwister had. She was seen and heard to weep copiously. It was, people of the town declared, the ghost of Hadwister, still pining for evil King John. The spectre was immediately christened in the Black Lady of Boverton. Such tales clearly have bases of truth, although the ghostly element has been added later to give a touch of menace to the story. With some of these stories, it is relatively easy to see the joins between fact and what superstitious locals in the dim and distant past added. They meant to be tales to terrify and perhaps to educate at the same time. The Llantwit Major was the scene for just one of these stories. According to legend, an old woman on her deathbed made her daughter-in-law's promise to divide her estate up between the family members. The daughter-in-law simply kept the money for herself and settled back, happy, rich and content. However, before long, the ghost of the old lady began to visit the woman, hitting and punching her, and keeping her awake most of the night. Eventually, the ghost gave the woman a choice. Admit the deceit or throw the money in the river. She chose the latter, but threw the cash upstream, not down towards the sea where it would have been carried out to the Bristol Channel. The ghost then supposedly threw the women into a whirlpool from where she was later cast upon the riverbank, found battered and bruised by locals from the town. The story soon came out, much to the shame of the woman. Family members were, for many years, haunted by weird noises at night, and long after her death, it was claimed members of the women's family were regularly haunted. A drunken brawl, an unfaithful wife caught out by a husband who then beat her, or simply a story to explain why the sudden good fortune of husband and wife. The possibilities are endless. I never went to the castle again. These stories terrified me. Okay. I now read you the little story I was talking about, and I have loads and loads of these, but I find that it's hardly worth me reading them out. But I was thinking this week, it is. So every week now, I can add one or two if we've got longer stories. Or if I got just one long story, I can add. I can add about 4 or 5 of these to it, you know. Right. I've always known our house was spirit activity. It's a 1950s 2-bedroom council semi. But the last couple of days really do take the biscuit. There's a small dog seen wandering in and out of the living room, and it disappears straight away if our dog isn't there. Footsteps last night, coming up and down the stairs and stopping outside our bedroom door. I thought it was hubby, but he's in the living room with the door shut. And his son was at his mum's. I went to the bathroom, and the loo was full of toilet paper, and he wouldn't flush. Hot water tap was running into the basin. I freaked out slightly, and then the light show started. Orbs and arcs of lights up and down the staircase. I went to grab my phone to record it, but the battery was dead. It was 95% before I got into the bathroom. To top it all, hubby came to bed just after 1 a.m. and commented how often our cat had been scratching at the living room door. The cat was curled up with me all night. I'm not too worried, and sure they mean no harm. But I really wish they would flush that loo and turn the tap off sometimes. See, I get quite a few of them, the smaller ones. So I will be adding them now from next week on. This story, I was told, has been happening for the last 8 years. I will add, right, that I'm on a site of true stories on Facebook, and this was I was allowed to read this one, given permission from somebody in America, right? So why I'm telling you that is because when I'm telling you mom and mother, it'll be mom and things like that. Because it's obvious, you know. So the backstory. My best friend died 8 years ago, very unexpectedly. and she happened to have been married to my sister-in-law, my husband's sister. They lived next door to me at the time of her passing. That is when things started to happen. The first odd story happened about 2 weeks or so after she passed. I was sleeping one night, and as I'm trying to go to sleep, I kept falling into REM sleep, like right on the border of REM. And I'd hear someone shouting my name very loudly. It always startled me because it legitimately sounded like someone was in my room yelling my name. I kept shaking it off, thinking I'm dreaming, but it kept on happening. As I went to sleep, I did actually have a dream. Suddenly, my sister-in-law comes running into my room, scared the crap out of me because I was sleeping and it was like 3 a.m. She came running in because she had a dream about her wife and needed to be around someone because it creeped her right out. And I said, I also had a dream about her that creeped me out. So we decided to swap stories. I allowed her to go first. Guys, she literally had exactly the same dream as me at exactly the same time. We both dreamt that her wife was standing in the doorway wearing the hospital gown she died in. Then she'd slowly walk towards us, and when she got close to the bed, her body would suddenly shoot up to the ceiling, but it would stop short, like only a head could go above the ceiling, while she dangled from the neck down, right above our heads. Our houses were set up exactly the same since they were next door to each other. They were like a mirror image. Now that has been 8 years, and I started to notice a pattern. I would smell her randomly, like the scent she gave off when she was about to die at the hospital. And I started to notice that I smell her when something big was about to happen to me, good or bad. Like I smelled her seconds before a car almost T-boned me. When I smelled her, it caused me to move my head to the left slightly, which made my peripheral vision notice someone running a red light into the intersection, and I was able to speed up so they'd miss me. I smelled them moments before I found out my husband was really sick and he needed to go to the hospital. He'd had an infection in his foot, and he hid it from me, and he tried to nurse it himself. And he made it worse and lost his foot. And on the night I brought him to the hospital, the doctors told me his blood pressure was so low. He was septic, and if I didn't take him when we did, I would have found him dead the next morning. And also, something really weird happened to me last night. I was watching random YouTube videos about the guy named Chris Watts. I was watching one particular video where they were letting you hear voices being picked up by the investigator's camera. And suddenly, something in my room fell to the floor. I didn't think much of it until I got up later and saw that it was a bottle of iced tea I had on a table in my room. Now, the iced tea was in the middle of my table. I know because I put it there. And I remember putting it right in the middle. And yet it fell onto the floor somehow. It was full, never open bottle. And it landed straight up. And that to me is weird. But thank you. That's the ghost stories for tonight. Some nights are scarier than others, I agree. But some of these little ones will, it makes you think, But
yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, smelling people. That's another regular occurrence you hear time after time after time. You can smell tobacco. You can smell flowers that somebody's associated with, or perfume, or like a laundry smell. You might walk every time you walk into your mother, she might be washing or something. It's the smell is a very important part of paranormal activity, actually. So so there we are. So that's that for this evening. I hope you all enjoyed them, and I will be adding them little short ones, Gary.
Excellent.
Yeah, so there we are.
There we are. So we'll see everybody again, same time next week, 9 o'clock. And we'll be getting some more scratch cards.
Yes, we'll have some more scratch cards next week. Hopefully I'll be able to return these ones down the co-op tomorrow, because they didn't work.
Yeah. What you want to do is get some grey marker pen and go over the numbers so it look like they haven't been scratched off.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Or some grey primer. The next person who has, and then they spend all night trying to scratch them off. That'd be good fun.
I tell you what, like what people used to do with pound coins, see? Just get a little bit of that super glue over there, right? And put it on the floor, right? Like and so people can't pick it up. And see how long they tried to pick it up for.
Yeah, I got one out the front.
Yeah.
I got one stuck out 50 pence. Yeah. It's been the postman, everybody's tried to kick it up, they can't do it. I laughed my head off.
It's a joke that keeps on giving, see that?
Yeah, I got CCTV and you watch them trying to pick it up and scrape it with their foot. Yeah. It's great fun, man.
But you're tight, you are, when you're 50 pence.
Well, I could have put 10 pence, couldn't I?
You put a pound there, man.
No, it's too high, the pound is.
Oh, I see. You got to think. Haven't you? Yeah. I'll be down there with a shovel tomorrow, Parts.
Yeah, you will, and know him. Right, so it's good night for us lot, and we'll see you again.
Yeah, good night, everybody.